Hello and welcome to my training Zoom room. My name is Pandora. Today I want to show you how to use Microsoft Excel's pivot table to pull together a summary report and not leave blank values in here. So I'm in my file called my Excel Data 3 survey, and I have a set of people. We're going to figure out if their favorite color and degree status affect their income. So favorite colors, degrees, and income. So insert pivot table. And I'm going to put it into the existing worksheet, and I'm going to click in cell H3. Make sure your data set here, A1 to E20, existing worksheet, H3. I'm going to do colors and degrees. Now again, when I'm playing with the data set, it's better to think in portrait over landscape. So do I have more colors or more degrees? Well, for the unique values, I have more colors. So colors in my rows, degrees in my columns, so that the pivot table looks like this. I'm going to add income to the middle. Beautiful. Let's clean this up a little bit before I fill in the blanks. I want to get rid of the row and column labels. So on my Analyze tab at the far side, I've got my field headers. Good. I think these would look nice with commas in them, and I could format them from the Format tab, but I'm going to format the table instead. So I'm going to come into my pivot table field list where it says sum of income. And when I click on the drop-down list, I can change the value field settings. And in the bottom of this window, I have my little number format button. And when I click on it, I can tell this to be a number. Now it's so big, I would leave the decimal places off, but I would include a comma. I wouldn't put a $sign on these because, again, the tables get so crowded. So I'm doing it as a number, 0 decimals with the comma separator. And when I click OK and OK, this is beautiful. So this says if my favorite color is yellow and I have a degree, I'm going to make more money than anybody else. That's not true. It's not true, not just because I made it up. It's not true based on the data set that I have here. Because what have I actually done? Did a sum, right? So I took everybody who liked yellow and I piled their money together. I took everybody who liked blue and I piled their money together. In this case, just because the structure looks good doesn't mean it's right. What is it that I actually need if I'm trying to find this true correlation? I need the average, right? The arithmetic mean. Let's come here to where it says sum of income and change the value field setting. Instead of summing these numbers together, we should average them. I'm going to set average. I've already set up my number format. When I click OK, there we go. So according to the 19 people I made up, if your favorite color is blue and you have a degree, you make more money than anybody else. If your favorite color is red, you're better off without the degree. What is going on with my purple degree people and my yellow non-degree people? Well, there just aren't any, right? If we went back and looked at our data set, we would see there's nobody who has a degree who likes purple, and there's nobody who doesn't have a degree that likes yellow. So I can leave those blank, and that's fine. But if it bothers you and you wanted to say something like NA or put in a 0, we can. In the pivot table, on the Analyze tab, way at the beginning, I have my options. And in the options, there's all sorts of things you can customize about your pivot table. It's a good idea to read through and see what it is you can and can't do. But all I'm interested in right now is what to show with the empty cells. I'm going to put in a 0. Now, before I close this, I do want you to see that I'm at about 55,000 and 76,000. And when I put in the zeros and click OK, they don't change at all, right? It has no effect. So how come I didn't put in a 0 by itself? Because 0 is not the same thing as not there. If you're not sure about that, think about taking a class and getting 100% on the first quiz. You are acing that class. And you get a 0 on the second quiz. You are failing that class, right? Because we average them together. But if I get to drop the score, I'm acing the class again. So it makes a difference. But if you needed to say a 0 so that it looks good, you can. Just realize it's not really affecting the answers. I'm going to come back into my options. And maybe instead I'll put in an N/A for not available or not there. And when I say OK, now it says NA instead.